Our headlines for you this morning. A major search operation is underway after a tourist submarine went missing during a dive to the wreck of the Titanic. British billionaire Hamish Harding is one of 5 people on board.
The eyes to the right, 354. The nose to the left, 7.
MPs overwhelmingly back the report that said former Prime Minister Boris Johnson deliberately misled the Commons over lockdown parties in Downing Street.
Good morning from Edgbaston, where we're in for a thrilling final day of this first Ashes test. Stuart Broad striking late yesterday with 2 wickets to leave the opening test with Australia finely balanced.
Good morning. So you've heard of shrinkflation. Have you heard of drinkflation? As the costs of malt, barley, labour and energy costs soar, some breweries are bringing down alcohol content to save money on tax.
Elton John prepares for his first Glastonbury appearance, but it will be his last UK concert.
It couldn't be a more perfect ending to playing in Britain. You know, they've all been so kind at the Glastonbury, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Look at some of this morning's papers, shall we? And the story of that missing mini submarine dominates most of them. The Telegraph there has a picture of the British billionaire Hamish Harding, who's among the 5 people on board and who are currently missing.
This is the front page of The Sun. Hunt for 5 as air runs low. The paper reports that the vessel has there until Thursday. Their headline, Brit on lost sub to Titanic, as you can see.
The Daily Mirror this morning leading with evidence given by former Prime Minister David Cameron to the COVID inquiry, in which he denied that his government's austerity measures had damaged the UK's ability to prepare for a pandemic. The paper says relatives of people who died of COVID shouted "shame on you" as Mr Cameron left the building. And
guess what is the most watched video on the BBC website today? Do you remember this, everyone?
We've still got confetti all over the floor to prove it. This was this time yesterday. Chaos on the breakfast sofa when Britain's Got Talent winner Vigo Venn made quite the entrance on yesterday morning's programme.
Yeah, very popular. Very, very popular online.
We've taken the high-vis jackets off, though.
Yeah, and we've managed to clean up all the confetti.
Yes. We have a look at some of the inside papers from this morning. The Times got an interesting story. They say that our view of the romantic hero has changed.
Oh, go on.
This is good news. Tall, dark and handsome is out.
What?
Small, chubby and wanting to eat a cinnamon roll is in. Jamie Dornan is clearly not in the latter category.
No, I think it's not wanting to eat a cinnamon roll, John. They're calling new romantic heroes cinnamon roll because they're soft and mushy on the inside.
Oh, I thought it was that they wanted to eat one.
I mean, feel free to go and get one.
Sugar gets in the sheets. Oh, I see. Right, OK. Romance novels are ditching alpha males for hunks who are sweet and mushy on the inside. Oh.
Not sure about that. Yeah. Let's move on, shall we, to Beyonce, always. And this is actually to Paul McCartney at the Beyonce concert. Doesn't Beyonce look amazing? Paul McCartney on his birthday, 81. At a Beyonce gig with Naomi Campbell. I mean, that's living, isn't it? When you're 81.
That's a good way
Go to a Beyonce gig with a supermodel.
Yeah.
I think he's having a great
time. Worth a selfie.
Yeah.
Morning's front pages, kicking off then with the Metro, reporting on the search for a missing submersible, which was diving to view the Titanic, with a UK billionaire among those on board. The Mail pictures the Titanic, the missing vessel and missing businessman Hamish Harding. Race against time to rescue Titanic's sub. That's the Express's front page. The Times also looks at how the submersible is facing running out of oxygen. And the story is also on the front page of the Telegraph. The Sun there also leading on that. Brits on lost sub to Titanic. Now, away from that, The Guardian leads with last night's Commons vote backing the report that said Boris Johnson lied to Parliament over Partygate. According to the Eye, high mortgage rates will remain for another 2 years. The Mirror says, shame on you, after David Cameron admitted to COVID-19 inquiry mistakes were made on pandemic planning. And the Star looks at how Liz Truss said she didn't find its comparison to her to her letters very funny. I find that very surprising. And if you want to see any of those front pages again or read those stories, just scan the QR code which is on your screen right now.